What's up, JP here. We have our mascot, little JP here. We're gonna be on episode 11 of the Frank and Yoda road course / drift car we're building. Some more metal fabrication, some technically metal work today for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and remove, we have a dented rear bumper here, so I'll get the camera around back here and show you guys what we're going to be working on today. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, so you see we have some rear damage here. We'll end up pulling this part behind the trunk, but we're gonna work on restoring this panel here. It's just a vanity panel. We're gonna go ahead and pull these 4 screws out. We're gonna pull this off. We're gonna use some hammer and dollies, and we're gonna sit here and we're gonna work this metal back to flat. We'll grind away some of this paint and get this panel looking good for you guys. Guys, so we got this panel off. So from looking at it, I believe it's supposed to be just perfectly straight. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of these high places here, get this beat back down, and then we'll straighten out all of our connecting points and we'll rebend this back over once we get it straightened out. So we're going to start with the sandbag and forming hammer. And what we're doing is we want to work out those creases. You see we're starting to get all those creases out. You guys can see starting to get all those ripples out. So all the high spots are starting to even out. So it's the main thing. We want to get all these creases out, and then once we get the creases out, we'll be able to reform our lines. We're going to use the edge of the sandville to start to get our shape back. see, we're starting to get this rolled back over for that radius. Okay, starting to get our channel back. You guys can see the shape is coming back little by little. I got this over kinked, so we'll take a pair of pliers and bend this back out just a little bit. But I'm starting to get this radius back. Alright, we're going to grab a pair of pliers, grab this channel, and kind of straighten this out now. You guys can see our radius is coming together, this coming together. We got some distortion in the actual panel here. We're gonna need to get this radius finished here. Alright, so we're trying to get this panel straight. We got a nice straight edge here. If you look, it bends up, got a nice big gap here. So if we look at what we have, there's a low spot here, which is a very high spot here. So we want to get that high spot out. That's from the bracket being crushed. So we'll get this high spot out here, and then that should help stretch the metal back down and out. Hopefully we'll have a nice flat edge like we do here. And then once we get that flat edge, then we can planish all of this out. Or we had to kind of chip away at the paint. Not really worried about, obviously this whole car is getting repainted, so we're just letting it chip away as we work. right, so we had to bring some of this out to get our panel to lay basically flat. Still got a little more to go, but you can see here along the edge. So flip that around. I don't know if you guys remember how much it was up earlier, but it's pretty much flat for the most part. We're just working on, we're probably gonna use the one of the tip and dies for this crease here. And then we just need to planish out all the imperfections, and I think we'll be pretty close. We'll see kind of how it's currently fitting. Okay, as you can see, we're still gonna have to obviously repair the trunk itself, but this panel, for the most part, is sitting where we need it to sit. Once we bring all that back out, that should be good. All right. Let's go. All right, so we got pretty much the main shape back into this panel. So we're gonna just work on planishing it. One area I'm having trouble with, kind of trying to figure out what to do. I don't know if I need to cut the stitch weld or the spot weld, but is getting this area to bend over like the rest of it. It wants to straighten out and then bends over again because of this reinforcement here. So got to figure out what to do with that. Other than that, we're gonna take a slapper and a dolly and just kind of planish this out with hammers. We'll just kind of do that. Okay, it is getting there, you guys. Getting out all the low spots and the high spots. We got some still in here that will planish out. So we'll kind of look at an overall fitment. Okay, let me see where we're at. Okay. once we pull it up, I think that'll be good. I think we're just gonna planish this out, you guys. And we'll get, like I said, we'll get in here and work on this trunk. But for the most part, all the shape is lining up. If you look, our line is coming back beautifully. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap up episode 11. We got this panel for the most part straightened out. We're gonna finish planishing it. Don't wanna bore you with just hammering. So you're just gonna keep hammering and dolling until you get all the highs and lows even. Then we'll recheck our flanges here once we straighten up the car. We gotta still do all that to make sure this even lines up. But yeah, so that's, again, kind of basic metal work. We're teaching ourselves metal work. You guys can kind of learn along with us. Good set of body hammers and dollies and slapper sticks and, sorry, slapper spoons. Bead roller. We did pick up a English wheel that we'll be using in the future. So kind of, like I said, we're just kind of going along, getting this bad boy closer and closer. The one last thing to show you guys is, let me grab the camera here. We do have a Excessive Manufacturing AE86 front clip, front subframe, pre-made to fit the Celica. So that's going to be a Toyota AE86 steering rack subframe. We have Techno Toy Tuning's fully adjustable front control arms and torsion bars. And we also have the extreme angle knuckle kit for the steering. So like I said, this is going to be a drift / road race car. So we'll be able to make all the adjustments for whatever track we decide to go on. So yeah, we're gonna clear out the engine bay still, get rid of the subframe, get rid of the old steering. We're gonna upgrade all the brakes. We're gonna, hopefully, we're still thinking we're gonna do a 2JZ on this build. So 2JZ and probably an R154 transmission. But that's kind of where we're at. We got some metal work to do. We want to finish all the metal work, get this thing painted. Got some rust. So we're gonna build all these panels, whatever we need. We'll get all new weather stripping, possibly new glass, and we'll finish up here by bringing this back out, making sure it's straight. We're getting rid of these US bumpers. We'll probably throw on the JDM smiley bumpers. Anyways, you guys, hope you guys learned something, kind of saw how I got rid of those creases in the metal and just kind of sat here and worked with them. Having a bead roller does help to kind of reshape some of those flanges. But if you don't have a bead roller, you can take sharp edge of the anvil or even a vise and help bend it over that way. Use a pair of pliers, bend it over that way. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned till the next one. Thanks, guys.